Hello everyone, hello, Roberto here for another live review. Yes, good to see you, good to see you, hope you're doing okay. Yeah, those of you probably will know or remember that it's been a bit of a warm couple of weeks in the UK, yeah, recently. So not been able to do sort of proper, well, I say proper reviews, but the chocolate centered reviews essentially. So this is the first time in a couple of weeks to be able to do it. So we've had to sort of do biscuit reviews in previous weeks because I say the temperature was just too hot to be handling chocolate basically. So yeah, so we're at back to where we should have been a couple of weeks back, which was the Asda review special. So I'm not actually reviewing the supermarket Asda, by the way. I know it might look that way, but no, basically it's just Asda products, chocolates essentially. So just it could be a few things, chocolate bars, stuff like this. But yeah, so let's move the camera a bit now. Yeah, so there we go. So hi Andrew, how are you doing? Express Chocolate 2021 spotted. I see. Asda Festive White. Oh, Aero Festive White. Oh, I see. I thought it said Asda Festive. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? I can't believe, was it? Well, I guess it's almost August, Andrew, so what can we say? They go back a month every year, aren't they, really? It was September last year, I think. Now it's August. Well, July, actually, as it happens. But yeah. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Oh, good to see you. Yes. Review Gracie on the checkouts. Is that our lady in your local Asda, is it, Andrew? Is that something else? Honestly. Oh dear me. Yes, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see. I know, this is it. Maybe do a live review around Asda, just reviewing everything. Mind you, the ceiling fell in on one of the Asdas recently, didn't it? In one place. So yeah, clearly there's a bit to be desired there. Yeah, I know that is ridiculous, though, isn't it? The end of July is ridiculous, actually. I mean, I realise September's kind of too early. And it probably shouldn't be acceptable, but it kind of is acceptable these days, isn't it? But July, yeah, I know it's the end of July, but even so, that is ridiculous. That, yeah, unless it's stuff from last year and they're trying to get rid of it, But that is ridiculous. Yeah, well, good to see you, Andrew. Good to see you, Sham. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so yeah, as the special. So basically, yes. Now it will probably be the usual suspects. I know Andrew doesn't like the usual suspects, but we do have basically most supermarkets do their own versions of certain chocolate bars. Yeah, so you know the drill. But there's other chocolate as well, so we need to review all of them. Really, we can't skip the. I mean, well, it's one of those. We have several parts to these reviews, by the way. So there might be a part 2 or part 3 of Asda. We've done about 6 parts for the Aldi specials and Lidl's, I think. So there we go. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, so let's see. So what should we start with? Yes, hopefully, Sham. Hopefully, it will start to be normal. It just depends on the weather, of course. It's the same problems, same solutions, basically. So yeah, so we'll see. But it can depend on many things. There's a few things it can depend on. Once the ceiling fell in, questionable distribution of yes, lack of imagination or falling technique. I know this is it. Yeah, 5.4 on the dive. Well, I mean, this is it. Some people did on the internet go around, didn't they? Actually, filming and buying chocolates and stuff. It is something to do. I'm not sure. It's tempting, but I don't know if I'll do it. Really, it's one of those. But yeah, it is an idea to bear in mind. And hi Isaac, hope you're doing okay. Yes, off Taunton Towers still, I see. Yeah, is it Wednesday? Did you say you were going? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll have a lovely time. Right, so I'll probably start with the do the usual suspects. Now it has been really hot in the UK, as I say. It's actually still relatively warm, but it's actually manageable now. Well, let's say that it's actually normal now, basically. It's just, but it's not cold, But yeah, it's tolerable. Yeah. Oh, good to hear, Isaac. Good to hear. So probably do the usual suspects first, but we do have some special ones. I think Andrew probably knows what they are because he did recommend some of them to me. So we'll start off with the, caramel chews, snack size caramel chews. So yeah, I think you can probably imagine what they are. Yeah. Yeah, so Mars bars, basically Mars bars. I'm just wondering whether I should start doing a bit more. I did some polls yesterday in the what was it now? In the premiere, basically. And hi, Devin. Yes, good to see you, Divinus. Yes, sir. I need to pronounce your name correctly, don't I? And I keep forgetting. I'm sure it's Divinus, isn't it? So please correct me if I'm wrong, Divinus. Yes. I'm good, thank you. Hope you're doing okay. Good to see you. I'm glad to see you back, by the way. It's really good. Some people pop in once or twice and never come back. So I'm glad you're. Yes, good to see you, repeating viewers. So really good. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, I might do a quick poll, see what people say. So see. Let's have a look. So just doing a bit of typing. You'll hear me. Yeah. See, now this is just a general. This is. I think that's the free, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think there's any more to do there. So there we go. That's the community there. So I've just done a quick Give me a bob there. Just a quick poll. Feel free to answer. You don't have to. You don't want to. Bring back fries fight. Yeah, still no news, Andrew. I take it. Still no news. Yes. No worries, Isaac. No worries, Isaac. I'm a bit of a fan of GTA 5 myself. I've not played it for a while though. Played it first on the Xbox 360, I think. So it's been a long time since I played it. But yeah, you might be too. I don't know. You might just be old enough to remember the Xbox 360, which is quite scary. But there we go. So caramel chews. Anyway, yes, there we go. So yeah, look quite interesting. Clearly Mars bars. Got the Rainforest Alliance symbol on there. If it focuses in. Yeah, cocoa sourcing. We purchase a volume of cocoa from Rainforest Alliance certified farms equivalent to the volume used in this product. I might need to do a sweet nothings on this. Because basically, so they're just saying that whatever they use in this product, they're buying again from Rainforest Alliance certified farms. So it just means they're buying twice as much potentially. So it's a bit, yeah, I mean, well, who knows what they're doing? It just makes no sense, does it? I think it says suitable vegetarians there in the other corner. Vegetarian. I assume that means suitable for vegetarians. Let's have a look on the back. Anything? Try me, love me. If you're not happy, you're 100% happy with the product. Yeah, you can get back to them. Now I've got cameras off to slightly one side. So there we go. So per 100 grams, 465 calories, 19 grams of fat, 11 of which are saturates. And per caramel chew, 177 calories, 7.3 grams of fat, 4.2 of which are saturates. So it's quite low on the calories per 100 grams, 465. So that's well below the 500 to 550. It's typical for chocolate bars. It's not too bad. Yes. Milky Bar is the best white chocolate. Yeah. Well, Andrew's definitely a white chocolate expert, so we'll see what he says. But I think so. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I really do like Milky Bar. Actually, it is really nice. And you'd think it'd just be run of the mill, but it does really seem to be up there. I think it's the best one. Yeah. You like the white chocolate hazelnut from Lidl? I don't think I've had that one. I did do white chocolate from Lidl in some of the live reviews, Divinus. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I've done hazelnut ones, but I did quite like the white chocolate actually. I did quite like it. I don't think there's much, well, from memory, I don't think there was much between the Lidl and Aldi white chocolate actually, and Milky Bar and stuff like that. I didn't think there was massive difference actually. I thought they were still nice. It's hard to say about them being next to each other, of course, but I certainly did like them. I didn't have any problem with them at all. From memory anyway, from memory. Yes, there we go. Yes, so it's 50-50 at the moment with doing the poll. Mars seems to be behind. I think Mars is a bit unexciting, isn't it? Yeah, so there we go. Not today, Shine, not today. But hopefully, yeah, I'm sure, we'll be doing it at some point. So you'll just have to wait to see, I guess. Okay, right, so I'll just move my keyboard out of the way. Let's have a look. Okay, let's move myself down. Yeah. Move down a bit, so I'll give these an open. I'm not a big fan of hazelnuts, Divinus. That's the only problem, you see. That's my problem. I'm not a big fan of, I'm not a big nut person generally, but hazelnuts, yeah. I don't mind some chopped hazelnuts. Whole hazelnuts, though, just don't work out for me at all. But some chopped hazelnuts I can live with. But usually I prefer them when they're sort of flavoured somewhere like honeyed, or something. It can depend, really. It can depend. So, yeah, so unfortunately you are going to get a bit of a sort of, biased view about it. Yes. Cloud Cafe. I see. That's that place in Scotland, is it? I say, okay. Yeah, sounds interesting. What did he do then, Isaac? Did he sell lots of chocolate, basically? Is that the gist of it? Sounds an interesting place. A nice name, anyway. Let's give these an open. I don't think there's much more to say on the back. Got 6 bars in it by the looks of it. I think it says somewhere. Can't see where it says it now. It does say there. 6 times 38 grams, 228 grams in total. Packed in Germany, so there we go. So a lot of the chocolate just like this is produced in Germany, their own brand stuff. There, and it says there's a palm oil. There's palm fat in it as well, which we forgot to mention. Oop, if I can get to it, there we go. Palm fat. I'm just about to see. And it says there, make it interest in nuts. This, that, and the other. Chocolate, cocoa size 27% minimum, milk size 4%, 14% minimum. So 4% seems quite low. There's quite a few people in Scotland who follow the channel, Isaac. Yeah, Scotty, Alan. Alan does as well. Scotty, who else? Lee. Yeah, and yourself. Maybe one other person I forgot about. There's quite a few Scottish people who follow the channel. Yeah, so interesting one. Right, so there we go. So give these an open then. Let's have a look. So yeah, it's just 6. So they are, let's say, quite small. They feel quite good actually. Now these have been subjected to the full heat of the house. They don't feel too bad. I had a quick, now it's actually warm enough to handle the chocolates. I did touch some and see if they all melded together and stuff, and they haven't. It's a good sign, I'll say can't guarantee anything. There we go. Right, so we've got 6 of these in here. Okay, well, yeah, didn't really need to take all of them out, did I? But I have. Okay. Let's have a look. So where are we? Okay, right. Yes. Okay, so yeah, look, they've got the pretty bland looking wrapper on them. To be fair, you know, some of them, Lidl and Aldi, I think Lidl specifically was a very good wrapper. It looked really nice. So it's got the usual stuff on. Very special colour management thing there. CMYK and RGB. It's got all of them actually, hasn't it? Look at CMYK, RGB. Some other grayscale ones in, yeah. So, all right. Normally you just see one type, don't you, I think? But, okay, right. Okay, well, yeah. Some bit of flourishes here. I mean, they are quite small. I did say the snack size, but I was just thinking the other day, you know, when's snack size going to become impossible? Because, you know, bars and things are shrinking so much, like Magnums, for instance, the ice cream. It's so small nowadays. It's literally, I mean, they used to be, I'm sure they used to be massive when I was doing the ice creams, the Magnums. But nowadays they're just so small, and the Magnum Minis are hardly any smaller. It's just ridiculous. Okay, right, well, let's give this an open then. Let's see what we're up against. There we go. So yeah, so no, so considering how hot it was in the house, it was, you know, there's no meltage there at all. Look at that. So it does. So I just left them alone. I just didn't touch them. If I touch them, that's just going to make them start, you know. I was just thinking, my reasoning was, I was thinking, well, you know, humans, I mean, obviously we have, like, you know, blood circulating through our body, which is a certain temperature, which is hot. So clearly we're going to feel the heat more than it's just something that doesn't have any sort of heat, you know, convecting through the body or whatever, however you want to say. So yeah, so there we go. So hopefully most of the products will be all right. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, well, this is a good sign anyway. Right, so length, about 7.8 centimetres. Now, of course, there's quite a bit of lippage on the bottom of this one, which you'll see, so that does exaggerate it slightly. So we'll do it from the top. 7.3, so about 3 millimetres there. Height, no, it does have the typical Mars look. I quite like the Mars and Snickers looks, where they're subtly different. About 1.7, 1.8 centimetres high. And the width, now again, there's a bit of a lippage at the bottom. About 3.2 almost, just about. Yeah, alright, very nice, very nice. Okay, let's give it a bit of a chop. Oh, it's so nice, you know, being able to just not having the warmth that we've had the past. I mean, it's lovely. I can't tell you how relieved I am to get back to normal. It's been so horrible. I mean, it's not bad outside, but in the house, it's just been so terrible, honestly. And just the way it's affected the channel has been really frustrating. So thanks for all your patience, everyone. Sorry about all that. Wasn't much I could do about it, unfortunately. Give it a bit of a chop. Oh yeah, there we go. No, so obviously it's squidged down at the top a bit, but generally it's quite a lot of calories. Well, caramel in the top. You can see there, not bad there. You can see all the caramel there. I've lifted up slightly though, so it's a bit. Let's have a lift through. There we go. Look at that. Typical Mars bar look. Got the fluffy nougat, caramel, milk chocolate. We should give it a taste. Yeah, see what it's like. See if it. I said there's only the little one. I think it had some dramatic differences in the quality of their own brand stuff. Now you would have thought, because they're all presumably produced in the same place, or at least maybe not to the same recipe though, that's the thing, that they would all taste the same, but that's not been the case generally. And I said the little ones were noticeably weaker generally, especially the Twix. Well, I say that. I think the rest of them were fine. The Mars, it was just the Twix that was noticeably weaker. Yeah, so I'll say check out the live review of that if you fancy watching that. But yeah, okay, let's give this a taste. Let's give it a go. I'm expecting just basically a Mars bar, but we'll see. The nougat, yeah, I said the nougat tastes a bit, I wouldn't say powdery, but it's definitely got a texture to it that's a bit more, I don't know, powdery than the regular Mars bars. Definitely stands out. It's definitely different. It's not a massive thing, but it's definitely noticeable. Just tastes a bit drier. I mean, Mars bars are not the best bars. They definitely taste better refrigerated Mars bars. Yeah, so, bear that in mind. But yeah, it has a bit of a dry taste to it. Just the nougat tastes a bit dry, really. It's okay. It's not massively dissimilar than the Mars bar. I don't think you would really sort of tell the difference too much if you just had it in front of you and you just taste it. You think, oh yeah, it's a Mars bar. It's okay. Yeah, I don't think it's quite as typical shenanigan. Because I'm wearing a yellow top, I've got the the black background there for my rating. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's alright. It's not going to blow your socks off. Mars bars won't blow your socks off generally anyway. I think they are quite an average bar. This one tastes pretty much similar. It just might taste slightly dry. I think Mars bars do suffer from a bit of a sort of dryish taste anyway. It seems to sort of, clog in your throat a bit after a time. It's alright. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5, I think. 3 out of 5. It's not bad. It's a typical Mars bar. I'm not too sure really whether Mars bars is a 3 out of 5. I'm going to say it is for the moment. I think it probably is actually, it probably is an average chocolate bar and Mars bar, I would have said. Yeah, I'm just wiping the plate again with the chocolate. Yeah, not bad. It's not bad. It's not any better or worse, I wouldn't say, than the regular Mars bar generally. I think it does have a slight dryness to it over a regular one, maybe. In the nougat, it tastes a bit, I wouldn't say powdery is too strong a word, just drier in some respects. But that's about it. Yeah, so yeah, Cloud Cafe, yes. British chocolate cake. Oh, you can get a cheeseburger as well. Oh, so it sounds like has a varied stuff there. Fish and chips as well. Nice old lady there. Oh, Kirsty, you say. Well, if I do go and I'll see Kirsty, I'll tell her that you sent me. So yes. Oh, thanks, Isaac. Yes, it does sound nice. But I mean, it's one of those, obviously. But yeah, there are people from Scotland in the chat regularly, Isaac. So if you do come across them, do recommend it to them as well, of course. Might have already been there. You never know. As I say, Scotty, Alan Lockhart, that is, Lee Carrigan. Luke Carrigan, I called him Lee before, didn't I? Luke, going crazy today. Yes, and yeah, sure there's one other person. Can't remember. Maybe it's you I'm thinking of. Ah, dear. But there is a Lee on the channel as well, but I don't think he's from Scotland. I think there's another Scot from Scotland maybe as well. I'm not sure. But there's 3 Scots in the channel, Scotties, as well. So there we go. Okay, so we've got the equivalent of marathon Snickers, however you remember it or want to call it. Yeah, so Nutty Bars, basic snack size Nutty Bars. There we go. So clearly not too imaginative in the naming of these bars. I'll say I do think that's where Lidl really did stand out. They really had a nice quality wrapper to them on the inside as well as the outside. They really went to town on it. I was very very interested in that one. It was nice. Okay, well yeah, Nutty Bars. Yeah. Basically, Snickers Marathon. So basically, these are quite similar to Mars bars, but they have a different. Well, they obviously have peanuts in, and they have a different taste to the nougat as well. It's just different, and it's actually nicer. Strangely enough, so it's got the Rainforest Alliance shenanigans going on again. Cocoa sourcing. Yeah, they produce a purchase volume of cocoa from Rainforest Alliance certified farms equivalent to what they use. Yeah. Yes. Update video on Tuesday. Not sure, Sham. Yeah, basically those ones can vary when they come out. So yeah, so it can depend, but it depends if there's anything to update on, of course. But there might be. Yeah, but don't worry, I'll usually schedule things in advance anyway. So so yeah. But it's one of those. I try to do things as soon as I can, but it's hard sometimes because some things just take time. Is the gist of it. Yeah, that's the problem really. Yes, so cheeseburger and chips. So you're making me hungry now. Well, I'll say I'm hungry. Yeah, honestly, £4.50. I remember that back in the day, I think when I was at university, there was you get a £1/2 cheeseburger. It was £1/2 for about £2. It was amazing that, and a 9-inch pizza about £3. This was my student days. The Shrine I used to call this place. Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, I don't know what the prices are like now. Really, I'm sure they've gone up though. They won't have gone down. Okay, yeah, so there we go. So yeah, it's got the try me, love me guarantee. You can send it back if you're not happy and this, that and the other. Calories, 6 servings per pack. What's the weightage? 228 grams, 6 times 38. I think that was the same as the Mars bar one. Yeah, so they get them exactly the same. 228, 6 times 38, which is quite an achievement considering not the same bar. They've got peanuts in and stuff like that. They managed to get them the same, so that's not bad. So per 100 grams, 504 calories, 20 grams of fats, 12 of which are saturated. So they've been on the lower end of the 500 to 550 scale. So these are that most chocolate bars have. So these are pretty good calorie-wise for you. Pretty, you know, relatively. Per bar, 191 calories, 4.4 grams of fat. Oh, hang on, sorry. 10 grams of fat, 4.4 of which are saturates. Yeah, not bad. And what's showing? We've got palm oil again, I assume, because it's probably the same chocolate. Palm. Anyone see palm? I can't see it. Might be on the other side. Can't see it. I can't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, palm somewhere. I don't know where my finger is on this. There it is, around there. Apologise for my sore finger there. Palm fat there, just in the corner. It's hard for me to show this because you know the camera's in the way, so I have to look at left and right. You know, so it's one of those. Yes. Hi Rick, how are you doing? ASMR, yes. People keep saying, I mean, is it because I bore people to death or what? Some people say that my channel would be well suited to ASMR. I'm assuming I mean it in a complimentary way, but it could just mean that I'm just droning on, which is possible as well. Yeah, never been to a place before. I love Blackpool. There's a place in Blackpool that sells cheeseburgers for £1. That's not bad. Hopefully the quality is good, Isaac, but that's not bad at all. Yes. That would be good if they did that, Sham. That would be good. I would definitely buy that if I were you, for sure. Oh, Asda. Right, sorry, yes. It says ASMR on the thing, I think. But yes, it's Asda, yes. Oh, honestly. Yes, deep sleep, yeah. Do agree. I think back in the day, my older videos were quite drony. I didn't really speak. I don't know what it was, yeah. So, I mean, they probably still are, who knows. But even more so in the past. Yeah. So, let's see. Milk chocolate contains cocoa size 27% minimum, milk size 14% minimum. There we go. This one suits for vegetarians? Yeah, it is. It says vegetarian on the front of it. I assume that means it's suitable for them. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. I know there's lots of stuff still going on, isn't there? Yeah, Andrew, yes. You know, if you're in it and you still do it, then people still watch it. But I think you're right. It probably has been a bit of a fad that's gone. Yeah. Well, maybe not then. It's still be. I think it's one of those. Some people like it. You know, why not? You saw the Ben and Jerry's tier. Yeah, what did you think, Rick? Hope you liked it. Yes, hope you liked it. What is the worst burger, Isaac? Well, I'm not sure. I have to ask the community there, see what they say. Don't forget, there's a public public poll going on. Which is the best? Mars and Snickers and Twix. I think Twix was winning, but yeah. So keep it on. Your worst burgers? I like McDonald's, Isaac. I'm a fan of McDonald's, actually. I love them. I love McDonald's. I go for the cheeseburgers, but yeah, my record at purchase from it. Well, I have a couple of records, but I think one of them was 2 Big Macs. I think it was either 2 hamburgers, 2 cheeseburgers, or 4 hamburgers, one or the other. Large fries and large chocolate milkshake. I think was my record. We only got the Big Macs because I wanted to try one, and they gave us an extra one by accident in the drive-through. So that's the only reason I have that much. I wouldn't normally have done, but then my official, purposeful record, sort of, was I think it was something like 6. That was 6 quarter pounders or something by accident. Large fries and a large milkshake, I think it was, something like that. But I wanted to try a double cheeseburger, but they gave us quarter pounders by accident. So, yeah. No, I think I had 3 cheeseburgers and 3 quarter pounders. I think I wanted to try double cheeseburgers, but they gave us quarter pounders, so it's crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't, Sharon, really. I can't. You'll probably have to, presumably it's your password, so you'll have to request a new password reset, presumably. I've had a look at the logs and there's nothing obviously wrong, so it must be something to do with you signing in. So if you're having trouble signing in, you'll have to reset your password or something like that, basically. But yeah, there's nothing I can do, unfortunately. There's nothing wrong with your account that I could see anyway. So I assume it's just signing in that's the problem. Yeah, so you might have to... yeah, have a check. You can sign in, see what it says. If it says invalid password or whatever, you'll need to reset your password. Yeah, so have a look and see what the error message is, basically. McDonald's double cheeseburgers, yeah. Yeah, I do like the single ones, though, to be honest with you. The single one, but you're right, I do like them. I do like the single ones. They just work for me. But you don't like the burgers, yeah. I like the gherkins on them as well. I was saying to Scotty in the Discord chat at some point about a week or two ago, how I didn't realise that they were a thing outside of McDonald's, and then when I realised you could buy them, I was just having them on everything. Yeah, so there we go. Right, so yes, I think we've been through this. Let's give them an open then. Let's zoom down. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. Okay, so we'll switcheroo. Right, I'll just change the adjuster setting. Yeah, I'm glad to see you all again, by the way. It's been nice. It's been a while since, well, we did the other one, didn't we? We did the biscuit ones, actually, so yeah. But obviously, just being back on track, it's nice to be back on track, really. Right, okay, so let's give this an open then. Yes. Patty's too thin on the single bun. Yeah, but I don't know, it's just, yeah, they just work for me, I don't know. I think maybe because I'm not, just that's the part that's just right for me, I guess. Maybe it's just too much of it otherwise. Yeah. But you know, I still have it. It's just it's like one. It's like we were saying, you know, in the Ben and Jerry's thing. You wouldn't normally just buy something that when there's something else you prefer. So I've had the double cheese bun. I don't mind them, but I just tend to prefer the single ones. So you know, just go for them basically. There was a bit of a smell coming from these. There's in a snickery type smell. Yeah. There was 6 of them, as I said, and I've got all 6 out. But you can see the bit of a boring looking wrapper, I think you'd say. Not too bad, but a bit boring. You know, I'd say Lidl definitely win on the wrapper point of view. They did such really nice wrappers on theirs. Let's move the other ones out of the way. And why not? And why not? Okay, so there we go. Right, so some flourishes and things. I'm not going to town on the flourishes with these, to be honest with you, because I think there's, you know, they're in a pack, you know, they are the cheap bars anyway. I think I might have done the little ones, etc., but they generally were quite good. There were some flourishes on the side, but I don't think it, I feel like it's much of a muchness. There's a 6-pack, and you know, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. Yes. McDonald's veggie burgers tasty. Yes, I've never had one, Sean, but I imagine it's I quite like a veggie burger. It's not too bad actually. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the chicken stuff. I'm not a big chicken person. No, hi Joe. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey. I think I did do a long time ago, Rick. I can't quite recall. It's not around anymore, is it? But yeah, yes, I did like it. Banana ice cream. Yeah, I think I had it once. I think, and then it just disappeared. And they did another one. I think was it One Love? I think they did when they brought out with banana. That was a nice one. Yeah. And that was a good. That was a limited edition one they did a couple of years back with a few. But yeah, cheap wrapper. Yeah, you're right. Cheap wrapper. Yeah, Joe. Yeah. It's maybe they are the budget bars, of course, but even so, it's not really an excuse. It's got the same design for the. This is the Mars from before. Snickers and Mars have different tops, even though they look similar. When you actually look at them, they are different. And this one they've used the same, which is disappointing. Give me the same size you want. Well, we'll give it a measure. They're all the same. This one does seem to be a bit more melted than the other one. About pretty much 7.6 centimetres. I don't know if it's warmed up or not, but yeah, 1.65. Right, there are some ripples on top. I've not measured in between those. Let's measure as well, about 3.1. Measure at the top as well, the width, the length rather, roughly. About 7.3, 7.4. So you lose a bit because there's some lips at the bottom. And there's about a millimetre. Maybe 2. Okay. And I've been a long time ago, Isaac. Yeah, I haven't been for a long time. I'm not really a big theme park person, really. I don't like the rides, you know, I'm just not into them. I don't like, I don't know, just doesn't, you know, something like the thrill of being scared or whatever. It doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me. So I don't normally go. I like the other things, like all the arcades and stuff. But yeah. Okay, let's give it a chop. Remote control cars used to like. So there you go. So you can see here. Let's zoom in a bit. Focus in a bit. Yeah. There we go. If it focuses in, will it do? I think it's focusing on the knife. Frustrating. Let's move this knife out of the way. Okay. There we go. Will it focus now? Maybe. Wish I could force it to focus in on what I wanted it to. You'd think whatever was closest it would focus in on, but that's not the case, unfortunately. Oh dear. Oh well, I think you can rough that. There we go. Yes, there we are, not bad. So you can see it filled with peanuts and the caramel and a whiter, very whiter, paler nougat underneath. If I get the Mars one, no, that's disappeared too. It's around somewhere. And here it is. Yeah, so you look at the difference. Mars is on your right as you look. Hopefully we'll focus in again. You can see anyway, can't you, without the focus, but it would be nice if it focused. I wouldn't say we're asking for miracles, but clearly we are. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I think you can see really, can't you? But it's clearly not wanting to focus in. There you go. That's probably a bit, that's probably as good as we'll get. You can clearly see the difference there. Maybe even the caramel's slightly lighter, but it could just be a trick caused by the peanuts. But clearly a difference. Clearly a difference. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. It's a chocolate that we should be appreciating. I think it's done very well to stay in one piece. There we go. But yeah, has been a bit of a pain, honestly. Yeah, but it just goes to show, you know, the channel is reliant on whether that I can handle stuff in. So there we are. But we've got other things like biscuits and stuff like that to do in the meantime. Yes, you love Ben and Jerry. Yeah, Ben and Jerry is very nice. Some of them's better than others, of course, but yes, it is very nice. Has to be said. All right, let's give this a taste. Yeah, give it a go. Quite excited for this one. I quite like. I didn't used to, you know, I'm not a big peanut person generally, but I quite like Snickers and, you know, marathons, you want to call them that, and just have something that's just quite substantial and quite nice. So, especially when refrigerated, I found. But let's give it a go. Not bad. Nothing massive going on here. I don't know. It seems like it feels a bit like it's a bit missing something. It could be that it's just not refrigerated enough. Maybe that gives it. You know, well, I normally have it, but I'm sure regular Snickers just have a bit more something about them, a bit more of a of a taste. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just seems to be a bit mundane. I'm sure it's the nougat that just has a bit more to it than this. Yeah. Yeah, not sure about this one. It doesn't seem to taste as nice as a regular Snickers for whatever reason. I'm not sure why that is. It seems a bit hard. I think it's the nougat basically just doesn't. It's missing something. Normally it's quite a nice, distinct taste of nougat, and I quite like it. But this one, it definitely seems to be missing something. Yeah, a bit disappointed with this one. It just seems more bland, basically. It just seems very bland. There's just a blandness about it. Yeah. No, it's a bit disappointing. I think it's probably a 2 out of 5. This one. It's just a bit bland. It's just missing something. It just tastes not that exciting. It's just got something not there that a regular Snickers has, and I think it's the nougat just not quite. You know, yeah, just not quite right. Bit of a shame, that one, really. Yeah, but it's definitely not quite right. It's definitely not quite right. You know, yeah. That's a bit disappointing, that one. Might work better when refrigerated, might give it a bit more of a chew and things, but as I say, the taste will presumably still be the same, so yeah. Need to go, Isaac. Well, take care then, have a good one. Hopefully see you again soon. And enjoy Alton Towers. No, never, Sham, never been there before. No, as I say, I'm not really a theme park person, really. Yeah, so yeah. Yes. Trying the chocolate bar recommended. Well, you just have to say yes. Patience is a virtue, Andrew. Patience is a virtue. Okay, so we've got these ones now. Yes. There we go. It's basically the Twix equivalent. Caramel biscuits. There we are. Caramel biscuits. We've got the same thing again. Rainforest Alliance. They basically offset they basically buy again the same amount of chocolate they're using these from Rainforest Alliance Certified Farm. So what did they do with it? Did they just bin it? Who knows? We don't know, do we? We don't know. Suits Vegetarians has got a bit of a better symbol this time, I think. Oh no, just Vegetarians, the same. Yeah, so what have we got on the back? Anything interesting? I'm trying to read it myself. I can't find it difficult. There we go. So yeah, so the bars themselves, 210 grams, 5 bars. We always do 5 rather than 6 for Twixes, I've noticed, in the own brand ones. 400 grams, 503 calories, 26 grams of fat, 15 of which are saturates. So yes, on the lower end of the 500 to 550 scale again. That's 10 servings, so 1 serving is presumably a finger this time. Per biscuit, so presumably double this. So 106 calories, 5.4 grams of fat, 3.2 which are saturates. So yeah. Okay, not yet recycled. Right, and then what have we got there? So it does have palm fat in there. See if you can see palm fat. And then we also have milk chocolate taste, cocoa sauce 27% minimum, 14% minimum. Cocoa sauce is 27% minimum, milk side's 14% minimum. There we go. All right. Not much, not much else to talk about, I don't think, with these. I think we should give them over. We've got the old Try Me Love Me. Does have flourishes like the others. I'm not holding the flourishes against them too much in this one. I mean, I realise you could probably fit another bar in and things. You know, but the problem is it's always the case that one, so I'm not, yeah, I don't know. It's the case with all of these, really. So there we are. Okay, let's zoom down a bit. Roast Honeycomb, Toffee Crisp and Honeycomb Club Bars. Yeah, it's a shame they've gone out, isn't it, Sham? I don't know why they got rid of those. Presumably they didn't sell very well, but yeah, they're quite. They were quite interesting, those ones. But yeah, I don't know why they've. Yeah, I don't know. I think Honeycomb sort of went through a slight. You know, what's the word? Resurgence or whatever in the past couple of years. You know, it was just there's a few of them, and I think they did one in a Kit Kat recently, but it seems to have not really took off. I don't think. Yeah, so Well, let's give these an open. I think we know what to expect. Let's have a look. But they all come with this cardboard shell, so they're clearly all made by the same place. And it does look like they have different recipes. There's definitely a difference. There we go. So the same sort of pretty mundane looking bar. I mean, you know, it doesn't take much really to make this better. You know what I mean? You know, it just takes someone to design it, doesn't it? And then you've got it. Then presumably to produce it doesn't cost more. You're not making it out of gold or silver or whatever, you know, literal gold or silver. So it's not going to cost any more to have a decent looking wrapper. Nope, apologies. You know, so I don't know why they can't do that. Yeah, one of those. There we go. Looks okay. Yeah, possibly, Andrew, possibly. You're probably right. I mean, some of them are slightly different, as I say. The Lidl and stuff like that was slightly different, but they are quite much of a muchness, it's true. But, you know, that's the gist, isn't it? You know what I mean? I mean, it's like saying a lot of milk chocolate's quite similar. Like the one we're about to review now, we know it's the same as the one, you know, from Thingy. So by the same logic, we don't need to review it, do we? You know what I mean? So, yeah, so we can't really do that. It would be a bit... silly, but as I say, we don't need to review any of the things we're reviewing today in that case, because they're all, you know, produced by the same place and they're pretty much the same. So yeah. Right, okay, let's give this a bit of an open then. Right, so we've got two fingers, of course. So they are short and regular, so it does say the snack size. Let's have a look. Let's give a bit of a measure. Right, it's 8.3. There we go, in length and height 1.4. There we go. And the width about 2.3. There we are. Yeah, so, you know, typical affairs. I think it's the biscuit is where the difference generally is with these Twix ones. As I said, the little one had a really not a very nice biscuit with theirs. It was just very normal. It just didn't taste right at all. So let's have a bit of a cut. There we go. So you can clearly see, based on the Twix, it's got your caramel and biscuit. Yeah, so there we are. Again, it's focusing in on the background. Yeah, I think it's a knife. I think it's a text on the knife. I'm not sure. But there we go. But you can clearly see what it is anyway. There we go. It's probably a bit better. Yeah, all right. Let's give this a bit of a taste then. Let's have a go. I say the difference in these ones is in the biscuit. I think generally, I don't know why that is. I don't know if they just, I don't know how it works. I don't know whether Lidl have a budget or whatever, and they pick the ingredients and there's different kind. Or well, Asda have, or all these companies have a budget, and they pick from a list of biscuits and stuff like that they want to go in, and that's how it works. And the chocolate, they say, well, we want this quality of chocolate, we want that. I don't know if they just have a tick list and that's how it works. But there definitely is a difference. They can't just come off the same conveyor belt, but they are very similar. Yeah, they are very similar. Yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. Honestly. Yeah, well, try to get along, people. Try to get along. I mean, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? Honestly. It's just a running joke, Sham. That's all it is. It's a running joke. Honestly. Yeah. Right. But yes. Right, okay. Let's... yeah, let's give this one a taste. Let's give this one a taste. Okay, let's do it. You can definitely, yeah, it's definitely got a softer biscuit, this one. Yeah. It's a bit of the biscuit's actually quite soft. It's actually quite originally it wasn't too, I don't know, it kind of grew on me the more I had, I didn't have it in my mouth for too long, but It's definitely a softer biscuit. Definitely fine, and they're definitely I won't say, what's the word? Has a slight shortcakey style taste. It's different. It's different, not in a bad way. I think the little one was a difference in a bad way. It tasted cheaper. It tasted like literally like they just lifted a biscuit from somewhere else. This one, it's clearly a different biscuit, but it's and clearly sort of more of a normal biscuit. I mean, you'd say one you could probably find elsewhere, but it's not bad actually. I quite like the difference. It's a very crumbly biscuit, very fine grained. I think is the only term I can really think about. I mean, the caramel stuff is the same. It's quite a nice caramel. It seems to not detract. What's the word? Detach from the rest of the bar quite easily because the biscuit is so crumbly. So you can kind of end up with the caramel separate. Depends how you bite into it, but the caramel can kind of separate from the rest of it. Yeah. Not bad. I think it'd be good with a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. I'm using it as a straw for sure. I think it would definitely be quite porous. Right, let's see. Yeah, let's see. Not sure what to make of it, really. Not sure what to make of it. Yeah, it's a difficult one because it's not quite the same as a regular Twix, and I don't think it's as good. I think the regular Twix is generally better. I think, but I quite like it. I quite like it all the same. It's got something about it that's just a bit different, and it's not a bad one. It's not. I don't know if I'd say it was any better than any of the others I've taken. I think the little one was substantially worse. I think this one is not too bad though. I don't think it's as good as a regular Twix, but I think it's okay. I think it's probably 3 out of 5. I think it's quite average. They're all quite average, these ones. I think Twix, Mars, Snickers, they're quite average bars. They're not going to, blow your socks off by any means, any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's pretty much an average bar, that one. But it's not. It's just got something a bit different about it in the biscuit. So if it's worth trying to see what you think about that one. Let's have a look at the poll then and see what we've got. So I think, did anyone win? Let's have a see. Well, that's an equal one. Mars and Snickers count. I think that's probably about right, really. Mars and Snickers are equal. Yeah, 43%. Let's do another poll then. I'll do another quick one. Yes, it won't be related to this one here. I think we'll do might do a white chocolate one. That's interesting. White chocolate seems to be quite a thing. So let's do a white chocolate poll. Why not? So if it comes through anyway. There we go. We're going to do another one in a second. Yeah, I tried. Have you had many Cadbury bars to review? You could do a live Cadbury special. Yes, possibly, Sharon, possibly. Done quite a few Cadbury ones, as you've seen. If you look at the playlist, there's been loads of them really. But I don't know if I've got enough to. We'll see. Basically, the gist of it. But I've been accused of being sponsored by Cadbury in the past, so we'll see. only in tongue in cheek, but okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes. What is the best white chocolates? Yes. Let's have a look at this one. So I can spell it right. What else do we have? Whatever. Okay, I think that's probably. Is there any others? Not sure if there's any others, but let's ask that anyway. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Interesting one there. See what you make of that one. All right. So yes. Okay, Andrew. So we're going on more to your area now. Right. So if I do it in a certain order. Let's have a look. Got some there. Let's have a see. Right, okay, yeah. So this one you can visibly see that the heat has had. I think it's the heat. I'm not sure. Has an effect on the wrapper. It's possibly made the air shrink out of the wrapper or something. I'm not too sure really. And it could have just been like that, but you can see it's kind of stuck to the bar a bit. Well, not stuck to the bar. It's just shrunk. It's actually stuck to the bar at all, so that's quite interesting. So I'm not sure if that is the heat or not, or whether it's just like that. I don't think it was like that, but I don't know. Yeah, interesting one. So dark chocolate, rich and was it rich and salty then? Rich and silky. Yeah. Tall, dark and handsome. There we go. Got the rainforest certified again. 200g bar. Let's see on the back anything useful. Presumably it will. Let's have a look. Just try and okay. Right, 400 grams, 513 calories, 27 grams of fat, 16 of which are saturates. Okay, and that's yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, I've lost where it is now. 513 calories. So yeah, we're still on the lower end of the 500 to 550 scale. Per eighth of a bar. Yeah, so what's that? Oof, I'm not sure. I assume it's 8 by 4 squares or something like that. 128 calories, 6.8 grams of fat, 4 of which are saturates. May contain traces of nuts, peanuts. Yeah. Super vegetarian, it's got the vegetarian symbol on the front. Just near my finger there. Is it vegan? Just as vegetarian actually. It's got the Cocoa Line certified. I don't think, yeah, there we go. So it says yes. So it's saying again in that blurb there that we purchase a volume of cocoa and Rainforest Line certified equivalent to the volume used. So it's all that nonsense again. Make of that what you will. Chocolate taste, cocoa size 50% minimum. So quite good, quite high on the old chocolate. Well, it does. There's only not much ingredients actually. It just goes to show. So see the ingredients there. Yeah. Let's move off to one side so I can read it. Hopefully. Yeah, not bad that. There's only a few things. Cocoa mass, sugar, lactose for milk, emulsifier, soy lectins, vanilla extract. Yeah, interesting. Interesting one. Alright, so yeah, so there's a bit of flourishes on this one. I probably will talk about the flourishes for these because I think it is a bit more applicable to a single bar. I mean, it is kind of all the time anyway, but as I say, I think the other ones were a bit, you know, of a muchness. Yeah, so let's zoom down a bit. Let's zoom down. Let's have a look. Yeah, hopefully soon, Sham. Hopefully soon. As I say, all the ones that you know, yeah, have just been on the backlog because of the heat. So hopefully we'll get around to things soon. Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, right. Let's down a bit. Okay, there we go. Right, yeah, all right. So I'll give these a bit of a measure. So I've got the new ruler now. I think you saw what happened to the old ruler during the yeah, which one was it there? The cherry ripe review. Yeah, so yeah, saw off the ruler. So it's about 22.5 centimeters there, pretty much. Not too bad. Okay, right. So let's give it a bit of an open then. Okay. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Joe? It is. I think that's purely because it's a dark chocolate, I guess. And that's the thing with dark chocolates, presumably, is that it can be quite, not, you know, got a lot less in it. I don't know why milk chocolate would have more. I don't know if it's just because milk has so much in it, or, you know, that you have to talk about it. I don't really know. But it is an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah. I'm assuming it's a good thing to not have too much in it. Of course, as far as being good for you is concerned, I guess. Alright, let's all see. It was 22.5 centimeters. We'll give it a quick measure now. That's very nice. So you can see there again, because of the heat, and there's no meltage on the thing, so I'm quite pleased with this. So the chocolate hasn't been affected, it seems, by the heat, at least so far. 19 centimeters now, pretty much. So yeah, so lost a good. Was it 22.5? Yeah, it was. Must have been anyway. Yeah, so lost quite a lot there. Yeah, 3.5 centimeters pretty much, so pretty poor that really. But as I say, percentage wise it's a bit less because of it, isn't it? But even so, yeah, so who's winning? Yes, Milka White's winning of the which is the best white chocolate. That's surprising, yeah, surprising. Yeah, I thought, don't know what I thought really. I thought Milky Bar, I think. Right, well, it's not over yet. Okay, right, so let's take this out. So it's definitely the, it definitely has the same look as the Dairy Fine ones from, was it the Aldi? Was the Aldi one, wasn't it? Was it Aldi? I think it was Aldi, wasn't it? Yeah. Could be wrong, of course. I'm not sure now, I can't remember. They kind of blend into one a bit, these things, I have to say, but yeah. The Sage of Selection Tub. Yeah, I did that one a while back, Sham. Yeah, what did you think? Yes. It was an interesting one, that one. Yeah. a bit of a combination between Roses and Quality Street, I seem to recall. Which is no bad thing. I think Andrew recommended that one. Yes, 8.7, 8.8 centimeters. There. So yeah, so it definitely has a similar look to it than I think it was the Aldi one. Steve Jones in the comments saying that was his favourite as well. This is Andrew's favourite range, not the dark chocolate one. 1.2 centimeters there. Yeah, so it's 4 by 8 bars as suspected. So an 8, basically 4 blocks is your, quite a lot of calories really. Your 128 calories, 6.8 grams of fat, 4 which is saturated, so 1/8 of the bar. Yeah, so it's quite a lot for 4 blocks. That means like 30 calories per chunk. Okay, there we go. There we are. Right, so you can see just basically dark chocolate. When there's too much going on, so sort of, yeah, that's quite nice. Nothing too dramatic going on there really. I don't think you'd say. I think it's obviously not a totally rich dark chocolate. It's 50%. It's not too bad. Don't know if anyone can recall what the percentage was on the other ones from Aldi, etc. I think it was around 50%, 55 was it? I think I can't recall. But yeah, well, let's lift myself up then. Give us a taste. It does seem to be. Is there anything between the blocks? Just be a little lighter specks, doesn't there? You can clearly see on the left 2 blocks, especially the second from the left one. There's a few little light parts to it. I hope if it would focus in a bit better so we could see it. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what those are. Might just be where the knife blade. Well, it could have been a knife. I'm not sure what those are. There's things down there. Interesting. I don't know what they are. Well, there we go. Cocoa nibs, maybe? No idea. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's just reduce the colour a bit. Yeah, so quite excited to these ones. I don't believe. I mean, they seem to be. I mean, they're using the same mould, I guess. It doesn't mean as we've seen, there's differences with the own brand stuff from Tesco and this. Specifically Lidl, I think, was the one that had the main difference. But there has been differences between them. So even if they look the same, but obviously this one clearly looks identical to the. I'm sure it's the Aldi one. But yeah, so we'll see. Well, dark chocolate, 50%. Let's give it a go. Not bad. Quite it's not bad. It's quite, I don't know. It sounds a bit like a wine taster now. It tastes a bit fruity really. Oh, got like a bit of a fruity taste to it. It's not bad. It tastes like, I think it tastes like your typical dark chocolate basically. It's not bad at all. It's not gonna wow you. It's just got that sort of nice, typical run-of-the-mill dark chocolate taste. I think. I don't know if it's as nice. I mean, I quite like Bourneville. It's a bit less cocoa size. It's in Bourneville. It's not as rich a chocolate. This is a bit richer. It's not bad though. It's not gonna, as I say, blow your socks off. It is a pretty typical dark chocolate. It's nice though. There's enough of it here to keep you going. Obviously, it's a relatively cheap price. I don't think it's any better or worse than any of the others. I think it's quite a straight down the middle dark chocolate, to be honest with you. Yeah, tastes white chocolate orange, and it's good. I really liked Divine's. Yeah, I really liked it. Tastes white chocolate orange. I really liked it. I thought it tasted really like it. I just got. I mean, maybe not exactly the same, but I really liked it, Divine's. Yeah, I thought it was spot on. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't know. It just seemed to. I don't know. It just seemed to be really fresh and really nice. But yeah, I guess it's one of those, isn't it? It is quite subjective. These kind of things, of course. I imagine we all have quite different taste buds anyway. So one thing to another person might be slightly different. Hard one to say. But I did really like it. So yeah, shame he didn't like it as much, or assume he didn't. But well, he said it was good. Yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. I mean, it probably wasn't literally the same as an orange. I know I said it was quite similar, but yeah. Oh no, don't worry, Joe. No, I think it's a good criticism to have. It is quite simple, really. No, don't worry. No, you didn't seem rude at all. No, you're right. It is. I mean, basically, the little ones they went to town and really did some nice wrappers. These ones. There's no reason they need to be so boring and plain. Other than the fact that they want that to be the case, so they make you buy other things, I guess, or try and justify it being cheap because it doesn't look expensive. maybe it's something they do. They just don't want things to look expensive, that they're cheap, because it subconsciously, yeah, makes you buy things differently, and it's just branding, isn't it? But no, don't worry, Jay. I didn't seem rude at all. I didn't take it that way whatsoever. So don't worry. Yes, meet and greet, Sham. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's one of those, Sham, isn't it? You have to be, yeah, it's one of those, difficult to organise and things like this. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, this one, not too bad. I think this, I don't think there's much to say on it, really. I think it's one of those where it's a nice dark chocolate. I don't think it's really wowing me in any way, really. It's okay. It's a 3 out of 5, I think, is the gist of it. I mean, it was probably to be expected. I can't quite recall how I reviewed the Aldi ones and things like that. I do seem to remember that the Aldi ones definitely weren't worse. I think they are produced from the same thing, but I think the same factory. I'm sure the Aldi ones had a bit of a different percentage in cocoa. I'm not sure. Hard one to say, of course, this one, but yeah, it was all right. It was just all right, that one. I think if you're a dark chocolate fan, I think you'd like it. I think you'd probably say maybe bump it up to 4. I do like dark chocolate. I don't love it, so it has to be quite different for me to enjoy it the most. But there we are. Yeah. Yes, it's one of those. Yeah, I don't know, Sham, about that really. It's one of those, isn't it? Because you have to be careful online, unfortunately. This is it. So we don't know who's out there, who would also come, things like that. So to be honest with you, probably not is the answer to that one, because we just don't know. Not just for my safety, but for other people's as well. It's one of them. But who knows? You never know. Something might be possible. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably not, I think, is the short answer to that one. But the long answer is who knows? The future, you never know. But yeah, no worries, Joe. Yes, yeah, no worries. I mean, your English is very good, by the way, Joe. I know maybe I'm assuming putting two and two together, maybe coming up with 5, but if you're in 1984, that's a different matter. But yeah, I think obviously, I've never had any trouble with understanding any of what you've read. You've always had really good English, so yeah. So please don't worry. You've never come across in a way that it's never been pleasant. So yeah, so don't worry at all. I might look off to the side sometimes, by the way. It's because the chat is like on the right, and the camera's slightly offset slightly, so I can, yeah. So it's a bit of a funny one. So if I ever look like I'm not looking straight on, that's probably why. So it's one of those. Yeah. So there we go. All right. So let's see. Next one. I think we'll do the. Well, we've done the. Let's have a look. Let's have a see. Yeah, I'll be careful with handing out stuff like that, Shami. It's just because you don't know who's watching as well, so be careful with things like this, There's also, about your email address and things like that. But obviously I can't make notes of it now because obviously, but it's one of those, I've got Discord for chatting and stuff like that. Obviously, if you can't make it back in, let me know. But that's what it's for. But yeah, oh yeah, no problem, Joe. No problem at all. Thanks for your contributions, by the way. Always appreciated. Right, okay, so do the white chocolate one now. So yeah, as I say, I think the heat has had a bit of an impact on the wrapper. I think it's just taken out, perhaps vacuumed it a bit. I'm not sure. But I didn't notice anything different specifically. There you go. So white chocolate, deliciously dreamy. Yes. Ooh, I can't resist. It's got 200 grams again, cocoa sourcing. It's got the old Rainforest Alliance, which I assume is the same problem, the offsetting it. Who knows what that means? It could be just be binning it. Who knows? But let's just see. It will say there. You purchase a volume of cocoa, yep. Equivalent, yes. So there we go. So it means nothing, that to me, that really. To me, I mean, it's better than nothing maybe, but they could just be binning it. That's what I mean. We just don't know. Bit more ingredients on this one. Skim milk powder, vanilla extract. Not suitable for barley, egg, or wheat allergy sufferers. May also contain traces of nuts and peanuts. Suitable for vegetarians, though, it does say on the front. Well, it says vegetarian, so I assume that means it is. Quite sure it does. Just being a bit difficult there. Right, so per 100 grams, 549 calories. So we're on the top end this time. We've jumped. So it's on the top end now of the 500-550 scale. 33 grams of fat, 20 of which are saturates. Per 8 of a bar, so that's obviously one row. 130, well, it will be one row, so an 8x4 bar, or 4x8 bar. 137 calories, 8.3 grams of fat, 5 of which are saturates. There we are. Yeah. The same problems again. It's got the same issues. Move down a bit. Just try and remove the some of the dark chocolate from the plate. Oh, no worries at all, Sham. It's no problem at all. You don't need to be sorry whatsoever. Just saying for you, just be careful of because you don't know who you know, you just got to be careful online with giving out information that you're not confident, that you don't mind if because who's to say, you know, Andrew or someone won't send you an email, you know, send you in his jokes, you know what I mean? You don't know that, do you? You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful. Right, okay. Right, let's have a look. Okay, let's go down. That's not to say that's a joke on my own part, but that's not to say he would do that. Okay, right. But there we go. So let's have a see. So who's winning the white chocolate vote at the moment then? Oh, it's gone to 50-50. Milka White and Cabbage Dream. Oh no, it's just Milka White. I thought it was 50-50. Misread it. Yeah, all right. Yeah. There's still time to go. Still time to go on that one. Okay, so yeah, as I say, this one will be 22.5 centimeters roughly. Looks like 22 actually, so I might have added an extra half centimeter on before, but it can depend really. We'll say 22 this time. Okay. So yeah, white chocolate's the one that does have the variance in taste, I would say, for sure. It is the one that does typically seem to vary, you know, for one reason or another. Let's give it a bit of an open. Let's have a look. Oh no, not at all, Sham, not at all. It's nice to have you so enthusiastic, so it's nice to see. Oh, so please don't worry. Right, let's have a look. Okay. Right, there we go. Not too bad then. So as I say, you know, it seems to have imprinted itself on the wrapper as a result of perhaps maybe what may have been the heat. I'm not sure, but there's no chocolate left over it. So yeah, don't know. Not sure what to make of that. Okay, let's give it a bit of a measure. We had 22 centimeters. I think now it was 18 or 19. I think it was 19, wasn't it? About 19 centimeters. Yeah, so that's about 3 centimeters there in the wrapper. So it's quite a lot, really. Quite a lot. Yeah, what's that about? About 6 of the bar, I think, roughly. Maybe something slightly more or less than that. Okay. Let's have a look. Right. Okay, so about 8.65 in width, in height. Didn't do between the troughs before, did we? We'll do that now. At 1.1 centimeters. And the troughs will be the same for the other ones as well, of course. About 6.4. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, right, so I don't, well, I mean, let's face it, I'll snap a bit off, but, I mean, it's not going to see too much, it's just going to be exactly the same. Clearly lots of, yeah, it looks like it's a nice colour for white chocolate, it's a typical white chocolate colour, I think you'd say. It's got the same, it's got the same indents in the same place, doesn't it? The same colour changes that the dark chocolate one had. Where did that go? I might think I get the cube. Oh, maybe not, I don't know. It just seems a bit, yeah, no, the dark chocolate one there seems to have gone, I think. I don't know if I ate the one that had the problems with it. I don't know. It had disappeared now. There was definitely some lighter colours in the dark chocolate, but it's not there anymore. Don't think it was in the one I ate, so I'm not sure what happened there. Just seems to be the same in the white chocolate one. It's just got those different lighter sections there, so I don't know what they are really. See in the those lighter bits, specifically on the bottom, the second from the left one, which was exactly the same in the dark chocolate one. So I found that a bit strange. Very strange. Well, I'll say it's disappeared now in the dark chocolate one. So yeah, possibly, Sham, possibly. I'll say I'll post the thing. I'll have to post it really, Sham, to say whether there's one or not. I'll do it maybe because they'll say if the heat comes back or whatever. But I will keep you updated. So yeah. Right. So go up, give it a taste. Hello again. Right, okay, let's have a look. But I am hoping to go out and get some more soon, but it's one of those, got to be, you know, there's been a couple of weeks of not reviewing anything, so I've got to, you know, I can't keep buying things and you're not reviewing things, you know what I mean? So I've got to bear that in mind as well. So we'll see basically. We might try and do something though, even if, you know, some live thing maybe. But we'll have a look. Right, okay, so snap a cube off. So we've got one here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Is it going to be any different than the rest of them? Especially the Aldi one. Let's give it a go. It's not bad. Quite it's not bad. It's quite white chocolate's quite difficult to review. I found really because it can be quite. It can also depend on how much you eat of it. So the more you have it, the more sickly it can get. Really, is it catching your throat more and more? So difficult one. Let's try another cube or segment. It's okay. It's one of those where I worried that when I've had other white chocolates before, so I can't quite remember how good they are or not. You do worry that you sort of you might be misremembering or over-crediting things. You just do that a lot, really. So you got to kind of just try and review it on the day, really. Not bad. I think it's okay. It's quite. It feels a bit powdery. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's catching my throat a bit as well. I've had a quick drink. It's all right. This one. It doesn't taste any. I think it's quite an average white chocolate. I think you'd say it's not bad though by any means, but it does. I do feel like it's a bit sort of. I think it's not powdery, but it has that sort of feel of powdery. It's sort of. It doesn't. When it melts, you feel like you can almost taste the grains of something in there. You know what I mean? Not quite. It's not that bad, but it does. You do feel that a bit. So it's a bit of a. It's one I'm not too sure about. Is the gist of it? I think for me, it's probably. I think it's quite an average one again. Really, it's not bad. I don't think it's one I'm particularly fussed about. I feel like Milky Bar is better than it, really. I don't think there's no real other taste. There's no like vanilla taste to it. There's nothing kind of quite. I don't know. There's nothing quite sort of too. There's nothing to stand out about it. Basically, it just tastes okay. So I think by that very notion, it's a 3 out of 5. I think so. They're all quite run of the mill ones. These ones so far. Let's say white chocolate is a bit of a funny one. It's all right though, but it's not really stood out much to me. I think, don't know. It tastes okay. It tastes all right. Moustache watch. Hopefully at some point soon, Sharon. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I do want to get it back going, so fingers crossed this Wednesday. But as I say, just watch for news on the channel. I don't know really, Divinus. Yeah, it's just something I found really. I find it to be a bit. It catches in my throat a bit. White chocolate generally, not always. I think Milky Bar doesn't tend to. But yeah, some of it does. It just catches in my throat. I don't know what it is. It has a sort of. I don't know what I can't say. Quite explain why that is really. Just for me, it does. It tends to be quite a bit. Just has a bit of a funny taste to it really. I think it's just a general thing. Not all white chocolate does it. Some of it's worse than others. This one, as I say, you saw it made me have to have a drink. If there's just 2 cubes. I think generally Milky Bar is not quite as bad. It's a funny one. Not sure. It's just something that the way it affects me. I think. As I say, it might not be the same. Some other people have said, "Oh yes, I know what you mean," but some people haven't. There's one of those. Oh no, don't worry, Sham. It's still there. It's still there. You can still see it. Don't worry. So I'm not too. I think it's a hard one to say. I mean, do you not find it Divinus? Yes, it could just be specific to me and some people, or just me and one other person who ever mentioned it. I think it might have been. Not sure. It could have been AB. I think. It just has a thing where it just catches in my throat a bit. And it's it just. I can only describe it as being a bit sickly, really, as a result of that. Don't know. It's not all white chocolate, but some of it more than others, basically. I've found that Nestle white chocolate though is one I do like, especially. I mentioned it before, white chocolate crunch. That bar was really nice, and it really worked because of the white chocolate. The milk chocolate equivalent wasn't as nice at all. It just really worked nice, and I found Dairy Milk white chocolate, and the cookies and cream one was nice. Not the bite-sized ones where it actually did some kind of weird cream centre, which wasn't very nice. I do prefer chocolate with something in it generally, like chunks of something or whatever. I just find it just enhances it for me. I don't mind regular chocolate, but they don't tend to reach the upper echelons of high scores for me because they don't have anything other than the chocolate, and which is no bad thing. But something that has the chocolate and something else is always better in my view generally. But that's just me. Again, it might be different for other people. So there you go. Yeah. Strange one, but yeah, as I say, it might just be particular to me. Could just be, I don't know. Not sure. But there we go. Yeah, so white chocolate is a funny one. I am quite finicky about it, so it is worth bearing in mind. But you know, as I say, it does mean when I find a good one, it is good in my view, anyway. Right, yeah, so probably the last one for today. Andrew's favourite. I wonder if he's still about. Not heard him for a while, but yeah. Yeah, so it's the Asda milk chocolate. Yes, smooth and creamy. Go on then. No one's looking. Yeah. So it's going to be quite similar, as I say, to the Aldi equivalent. Bit of a funny one. I don't know if it's exactly the same or not. You know, without having them side by side, it's hard to say. One of those. But yeah. Alright, well, it's going to be a similar thing to this one. We've got the same problems again. Rainforest. I mean, one thing with this review that has been quite good is the fact that we can just gloss over a lot of it because we have, it is the same on all of them. They've got the same text. It's not different. Rainforest Alliance, you know, they offset it basically, or however you want to pronounce it. Just a bit of chocolate on it there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, they purchased an equivalent. Who knows what they do with it? So let's see, packed in Germany, it says there, so there we go. So yeah, typical value is per 100 grams, 539 calories, 31 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. About 8 for the bar, 135 calories, 7.8 grams of fat, 4.8 of which are saturates. So again, on the upper side of the 500 to 550 scale per 100 grams that chocolate generally has. Palm fat's in there. There we go, palm fat. Milk chocolate contains cocoa size 27% minimum and milk size 23% minimum. Milk chocolate, there we go, milk chocolate. There we are, not much more else to say, I don't think, on it, really. So it's vegetarian, it says on the front, it says vegetarian. There we go. Well, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Right, let's go down a bit and let's have a see. Yeah, it does say milk and white, 50% when I look up at it on the top. I think when I go click on it, it doesn't say that. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh no, it does, yeah, milk and white. Yeah, it is winning. I'm surprised by milk and white winning. I really didn't think that would be the top one. I was expecting Milky Bar or Cadbury's Dream, maybe. Yeah. Well, Cadbury's White, interestingly, that is why I was expecting 0% on that one. Yeah. Yeah, interesting one. Still time, everyone, by the way, for last minute votes. Yeah. Right, okay, so there we go. We've reduced the thing a bit. Okay, there we are. Right, okay, so there we go. Right, let's give it a bit of an open then. So, well, we'll give it a bit of a measure. It's 22 centimeters, I think we'd easily say, but we'll just measure it just in case. Right. Yeah, 22.5 this one, so we've got a bit of an extra. So it obviously just sometimes can be half a centimeter more. Got chocolate on my hand. Yeah, so it's 22.5 this time, so obviously stretched out a bit more. So it can be between 22 and 22.5. Okay, let's give this an open now. Right, so I'm excited for this one. So it's Andrew's recommendation. Not too I feel it's going to be quite nice, but I feel like it is going to be quite similar to the Aldi one. But I mean, there might be some subtle differences, so we'll see. So I said the wrapper is 22.5. So expecting this to be, what was it, 19? Yes, it is 19 centimeters. Yeah, so it's 2.5 centimeters this time. Yeah, so bit poor that, but I say is it a 6 for that? 3.5 centimeters, not 2.5. Yeah, it's about 6, isn't it? Okay, so we'll try and hold this carefully. Right. Okay, so 8.7 centimeters. You can see again when we're doing it. Okay, the height. So 1.15, 1.2 in height, and then trough between. About 6.4, 6.5. Look at that. Popping. Okay, there we go. Right, lovely. Interesting one, interesting one. Right, okay. Okay. Right, so let's snap a few off. So this is your 8 for the bar. Yes, this is 135 calories, 7.8 grams of fat, 4.8 of which are saturates. Let's say 4 segments there. Okay. Right. Okay, yeah, so nothing too dramatic to talk about. Do we get that strange, funny look to it again? Yeah, nothing, yeah, maybe. Some lighter sections again, isn't there? Don't know what those are. Those lighter sections you get on some of the segments just there. It's just exposure to air is causing it, and they just go away. I don't really know. It seems to disappear on the dark chocolate one. So yeah. Okay. Right, let's lift myself up. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, so I do have some other Asda products. We'll probably save them for part 2 perhaps, so I'll do another poll midweek perhaps, or maybe at the start of the week actually, to say which one to vote for next week. So yeah, so keep an eye out for those as well. Click the bell icon, let's say for the notifications to so you'll be aware of those, so you can see it. And as Joe always says, click the like button as well, really helps out the channel, truly does. So yeah, so thank you so much, and yes, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so let's see what this is like then. So Andrew's put his hedged his betted his house on this one pretty much, that this will be nice, so let's give it a go. Quite excited, let's see. Not a bad one, Quite a nice yeah, quite a nice sort of creamy chocolate really. Not bad at all. I think I'm trying to think if it's different than the Dairy Fine one, and I'm not too sure. Or the Aldi one anyway, whatever. I think they've got various brands basically. I think it's quite nice, that. Yeah. I don't think it's for me. I know Andrew really liked it and things. I don't think it's kind of going to be my favourite chocolate. I think Andrew's well aware that I do quite like dairy milk, and it's probably my favourite milk chocolate. Although obviously, the quality can be argued as to whether it's any good or not. But this is quite nice. It's quite a sort of sweet milk chocolate. It doesn't taste cheap particularly. It tastes quite sort of. It tastes like it's got quite a good substance behind it. It isn't too bad at all. Yeah, I think for me it'd be interesting to have it sort of with something. I think for sure. Some kind of filling or something like that is what I mean. Biscuit caramel, something like this. I think that'd be quite interesting, really. I think it's quite a nice chocolate. I'm not sure if it's any different than the Dairy Fine one. I think it's. I don't know. I feel like it's the same. I could just be because I'm assuming that because it looks the same and it's from the same, factory and things like this. I don't know if it is identical, but I don't feel like it's any different. But as I say, I could be because I'm sort of, I'm sort of subconsciously, expecting that really, and unfortunately, without them being side to side, I can't tell. But I don't think it's any worse for sure. I think it's quite nice actually. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jav. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. It really does help. So thank you so much. Yes, it really does help. It promotes anything you do essentially will really help out. Chatting, clicking the like button, subscribing, all the usual stuff. There's the member side of it, of course, as well. Basically, if YouTube gets some kind of something out of it, then it's gonna help the channel out. So by being popular, we're attracting people, which brings people to adverts, stuff like that. It's how YouTube make money. It's all going to help, so yeah, please do. So please click the like button, stuff like this. It just shows interactivity, and it means that more people are coming to my channel, and more people more likely, as I say, YouTube's more likely to promote it as a result of that. Things like this, so it really does help. So thank you. Yeah, thanks, Jack. Thanks so much. Yeah, so I think this one's not bad. I don't think. I think for me it's an above average milk chocolate, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to blow your socks. I mean, Andrew really does like this one. I think Steve Jones one in the comments doesn't really come into the live. He just watched them after the event. I think he has difficult working hours. It's always mentioned that really, I think he'd like this one as well. I think he just goes to Aldi, so he doesn't have any need to go to Asda. But I think he would like this one just as much. It's their favourite. His and Andrew's favourite milk chocolate, respectively, the Aldi and Asda versions. I think for me, I don't know if it's my favourite. I do like it a lot though. It is nice. Let's try to find the background there. It is nice. It's got a nice taste. It's got a nice creamy taste to it. It's a nice milky chocolate, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can really give it above a 4. I don't think I can give it below. I think it's a good above average chocolate. I think it's a 4 out of 5 for me, and I think that's not bad at all. Yeah, no, very happy with that. Very happy. Let's say I think, and for me, I like to think I don't throw out 5 stars, so I think 4 stars is a good mark. I think it is. Yeah. So 4 out of 5. Not bad, that one. I think Andrew's right on that one. I think for him he probably is a 5 out of 5. But I think he was right. It is a nice milk chocolate, and I think I don't know. It just doesn't. It just lacks. I'd say it just lacks a bit of an oomph to it. I think dairy milk has a bit something about it that's a bit more of an oomphy taste to it. For me, just the I think it's just the. I don't know if it's just the velvetiness of it. There's something about it, and the smell and all sorts. Just really lifts it up a bit. This one just seems a bit more, a bit less that. It's just not got that sort of oomph for me. I think it's a nice above average milk chocolate, as I say. I think it's probably not. I don't think it's getting anywhere near a 4.5. It's closer to a 3.5, if anything, as far as I'm concerned. But I think it's above average for sure. It's not a bad milk chocolate. So yeah, that's why it's a 4 out of 5. Yes. Thanks, Joe. Thanks again. Yeah, you can see on the channel actually, Sean, but it's basically it's almost 1,500 now, I think. Yeah, near enough there. Near enough. So we'll see. Not gone up a bit for a while though. It's one of those. It can fluctuate. Sometimes I get a few a day. Sometimes I lose some. It's one of those. But yeah, there we go. Right. Well, I do have some more Asda stuffs, but I think I'll leave that for next time. I think we'll do it as the part 2, perhaps. So that's the more I see you say fancy chocolate that they do. Their up brand range or whatever. So we'll perhaps put it in the poll. So I'll say check out midweek, or maybe on Monday, actually. I might do it then, for what to vote for a next live review. Yes, hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Yeah, it's been good to see a bit of a short one this time, but not too bad. An hour and 20 minutes, something like that, so not too bad. I'll say all the bars have been quite similar. There's not been really a need to sort of keep saying the same thing, although some argue that I might do that anyway. But there's not really been a need to sort of go over the same things over and over again as much as normal this time. So that's probably why it's been a bit shorter. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed that. It's been great to chat to you all. Great to see you, Sharon. Great to see you, Joe. Yes, Andrew, I don't know if you're still there, but it's good to talk to you, of course. I know a few people out and about today, so it's one of those. I know Scotty works at the moment. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. It's good. It is a nice one. I do like it. Yeah, it is a nice one. I'm not sure if it's much different than the Aldi one, but it could be. It's quite quite subtly different. But there we go. Yeah, doesn't have palm oil. Yeah, did I do that check? I can't remember if I checked for that. Just for. Yeah, let's have a check. Well, it does have palm fat in it, Andrew. It does have it. I thought, seem to remember, yeah, palm fat, palm oil. I think they're the same difference, basically. You can see it's got palm fat in. Yeah, so it does have it in it. I had to check to see what's the difference between palm fat and palm oil, and I think it's roughly the same thing. Yeah. So it does have it in. Yeah, so it does have it. Yes, there we go. But yes. Yeah, I quite like, as I say, I think for me, Cadbury's Dairy Milk, it tends to be my favourite real milk chocolate. It's just one of those, So it's a subjective thing, of course, but there we are, yeah. But yes, there we go. Yeah, so there we are. But yeah, no, it's a nice one, Andrew. Yeah, but it does, yeah, as I say, I think it does have the palm fat in, which is another one. I think basically because all the other, it seems to be quite prevalent on all the Asda's own brand stuff, so I'm assuming it uses the same chocolate. I'm not sure anyway, but yeah, don't know. But it did have it in there. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think. I don't know if it makes much of a difference to the taste. I think it's just basically. I guess I'm assuming it's a cheap ingredient basically, which is why. I don't think it adds any. I don't know if it changes the taste. Is what I'm trying to get at. But I don't know. I guess it can only do that, can't it? But I don't know. I've never really noticed anything. I think it's just the environmental impact. I think vegetable fat. Yeah. I see. Yeah. Different one. Yeah, I think you're right. Just as palm fat. Yeah. Could be made a difference then. Yeah, it could make the difference. I don't really know. I must say, I'm not sure. I haven't generally noticed the difference between what the different fats mean, but I'm sure they must have some difference. I know the environment is obviously the palm fat problem. I've not specifically noticed a taste difference. But yeah, as you say, it probably does make a difference, doesn't it? It can only be a difference, can't it, really? Yeah. But no, it was a nice chocolate. I enjoyed that. Yeah, thanks for recommending that one. It was nice. As I say, for me, you were aware of it. I like Cadbury's Dairy Milk. It's one of those, isn't it? So you have to bear all this in mind, everyone, that, all these things are subjective. So, one person's like, it might not be one other person's like, it's just one of those, isn't it? But I think we're all aware of that, really. So you just have to obviously bear in mind that, just because I like something doesn't necessarily mean you will, and just because and vice versa. But I think generally the cream does rise to the top. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed that review, guys. As I say, yes, there will be a vote, Sharon. Don't worry, there will be a vote. I think I mentioned that before. I think I said it will be. I'll do it on Monday, probably something like that. But yeah, so yes, I'll say if I remember. It's not guaranteed, of course, when it will be, but I'll say click the bell icon and you'll get it. So just make sure that bell icon is clicked, and you'll receive notifications on what to vote for next live review. So yeah. Right, well, thanks, guys. Yes, it's been really good chatting to you all. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Joe. Great to chat to you again, as I say. And yes, and Divinus as well, if you're still about. Yeah, so it's been good to chat to you all. I know some people don't chat as well. You're just watching along, so that's great. So it really helps as well. I hope you're having a lovely day, all of you. Yeah, so take care, everyone. As I say, thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll put, a poll up soon. Yeah, click the bell icon so you can get that, and click the like button as well. Yeah. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. As I said, there's a 6-second delay, so I might miss your comment, but so apologies if I do. But have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks now, guys. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye.